16. Let's check in with Peyton Malone.
All right, keeping a very close eye on Francine this morning. Luckily, it did not strengthen last night thanks to dry air, but I do think that trend is changing just looking at the latest satellite presentation. Now, the hurricane hunters, they're taking off from Keesler here pretty soon. They're going to fly out in this thing and clock it this morning to see what it looks like. But what I'm seeing here is a sign of intensification. The center currently, you can see there where the icon is spinning, we're seeing a big burst of showers and storms that seem to be wrapping up maybe just south of that center. So could a new center be forming? We'll see, and that could have implications on the track. But what's happening here, these storms are going to fire up around that center. They'll protect that core, and that's why we think this will become a hurricane at some point today. The National Hurricane Center has it as a Cat 1 today. They do still have it up to a Cat 2 tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's forecast intensity is still a bit up in the air. There's models that are weaker and there's models that are stronger than that. So we're needing to see how it comes back together today after getting that dry air in it. Either way, landfall Wednesday afternoon. I think landfall is probably going to be a bit sooner than what they're depicting here in the cone, but either way, impacts will be Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening before things clear out Wednesday night. And by Thursday morning, we should have this thing up around Jackson and moving away from us with dry air coming back in. Now the cone has shifted slightly east. Does that trend continue? It is possible. Just looking at the latest data here, I do think we could see further trends where we do see it creep into maybe St. Mary and even Terrebonne Parish. There's Lafayette. There's Houma. You can see your center of models are coming in right over Marsh Island and into portions of the Atchafalaya Basin. So the closer this is to us, obviously the bigger impact we would expect in our local area. Now we have tropical storm warnings up for the Bayou parishes, hurricane warning for St. Mary Parish. We could see that hurricane warning extended into our Bayou parish. Is certainly something to watch. Tropical storm watches issued for the North Shore and the South Shore in the metro. So I want to show you our high resolution model, and because this model, along with several other, do show this storm moving inland closer to southeast Louisiana. So for today and for tonight, we've got bands of showers coming in. There is a tornado threat with these. We'll watch that. Here comes the core of the storm making landfall tomorrow late morning, early afternoon. This model has it in St. Mary and Terrebonne. A lot of rain on the north side. No rain on the south side thanks to dry air getting entrained into the system. And then there it is moving through Wednesday afternoon. By Wednesday night, that model thinks it's out of here. Now, if the core of that hurricane really intensifies, this model thinks it has a real opportunity to intensify today to a Cat 1 or even Cat 2 with stronger wind gusts. And then luckily, as it begins to move inland, wind shear really kicks in. So hopefully that will limit the intensity further and hopefully start to weaken it. But it may still produce those wind gusts 70 to 80 miles an hour near the coast, with wind gusts 50 to 60 miles an hour in the metro, maybe closer to 70 as you get closer to the center there. So that would be Wednesday late morning into the afternoon. Storm surge warnings are up. Here's a look at our storm surge numbers. 5 to 10 feet for St. Mary and Terrebonne. 4 to 7 feet for Lower Jefferson and Lower Lafourche, so Barataria Bay 4 to 7 feet, Terrebonne Bay 5 to 10 feet, 2 to 4 feet for East St. Bernard and up into Hancock County, and 2 to 4 feet for our lakes is what we're thinking right now. Now, the flooding potential with this, there's always a flood potential with heavy rain from a tropical system. We do think there's going to be a corridor of some fairly high totals, maybe 10 to 12 inches. That's going to be a very narrow band according to models, but it's a possibility depending on where that center comes inland. So that's a trend we'll watch, but notice the flood risk is not that high everywhere. So widespread 3 to 6 inches, isolated areas up to 10 inches, maybe even slightly higher. So we will have rain today. The winds are not going to be that strong though, so you will have today to do preparations. You may just be out in the rain. We will have the impacts from the storm throughout Wednesday into Wednesday evening. I think Thursday morning, that's all clearing out. And then we've got quiet weather heading into the end of the week. I do want to leave you with a marine forecast. If you're trying to get that boat safe, the winds are not going to be that strong today, but through tomorrow, those winds are picking up.